Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be predicting and previewing the Leipzig against Atletico Madrid game. Let's start off with the Spanish side, who have been undefeated since the restart. In goal, they have arguably the best goalkeeper in the world, Jan Oblak. We saw with his performance against Liverpool and in many La Liga fixtures how effective he's been for this team. He's incredibly consistent, and although he's not the greatest with his feet, he's one of the most dependable goalkeepers in the world and probably the least error-prone as well. Next up we have the center backs, in which I expect Felipe and Jose Jimenez to start. New signing Felipe has had a great first season at the Wanda Metropolitano. He's not only filled Diego Godin's boots, but I think he was better than Diego Godin was last season, whose age was starting to show. Meanwhile, Jose Jimenez has been putting up great performances, although he's been out injured often this season. At fullback, new signings Kieran Trippier and Renan Lodi will likely start. Trippier has been very consistent, while Lodi seems to have a lower floor and a higher ceiling than Trippier has had this season so far. They both round off this rock-solid defense. Now to the midfield, where after Thomas's injury, I expect Koke and Saul to start in the middle. Both are very complete and hard-working midfielders, and put in work on both sides of the ball. Neither neglect their defensive duties, and you can expect Koke to pop up with an assist, or Saul to always come up with a big-time goal. On the wings, we have two players that have really come through since the restart. Marcos Llorente has been the biggest surprise for Atletico Madrid this season. On the wing, Llorente does not neglect his defensive duties, but he tends to beat players with pace often, as he gets to show off his speed and athleticism on the wing. Meanwhile, Carrasco tends to use more of his dribbling skills to get past players on the wing, while at the same time boasting plenty of pace too. Show what he was capable of in big moments against Barcelona. Up front, it's probably going to be João Felix and Alvaro Morata. Simeone has made it known that Morata and Costa don't seem to be compatible up front, meaning that João Felix will very likely play up front. Morata is the team's top scorer, with 12 in the league, and João Felix tends to drop deeper and get involved more with build-up play, while Morata holds up the ball after getting it up top. Next up we have RB Leipzig, who recently lost Timo Werner to Chelsea. At goalkeeper is Peter Gulacsi, who's very good with his feet and has been pretty consistent for Leipzig throughout the last few seasons. His play with his feet is very beneficial to Leipzig's style of play, and he's a very important part of their team. At center backs will likely be Klostermann, Upamecano, and Halstenberg, as Konate is out with an injury. This back three is very quick and will boast quick recovery pace for when Atletico Madrid try to counter them. This made them the Bundesliga's second best defense, and I don't see a weakness in this. Next up are wingbacks Nordi Mukiele and Angelino. Angelino, who's on loan from Manchester City, has been very good since his January transfer to Leipzig. He's very good at bombing up the wing and does his defensive share of work too. Alongside him, Mukiele, who can also play center back, has done his share of attacking work, but has been an absolute monster defensively this season. Both have performed very well at Leipzig and have fit well into Nagelsmann's structure. At defensive midfield, Konrad Leimers had a very good season and puts up very good defensive numbers. He's very good at breaking up attacks and is also a good passer of the ball. His defensive work does a lot to balance out Nagelsmann's high-pressing machine. Now we move on to the attacking midfielders, Christopher Nkunku, Dani Olmo, and Marcel Sabitzer. Nkunku has been a real breakout star this year, with 5 goals and 13 assists in the Bundesliga. Alongside him, Dani Olmo seems to have finally found his feet, as since the restart he's played very well. Meanwhile, Marcel Sabitzer is second in both goals and assists in the current squad, while also putting up good defensive output. These three are very fluid and almost play as floating tens alongside each other, having a very good balance of trickery, creativity, and goal-scoring touch. After Timo Werner left, it looks like Patrick Schick is most likely going to be playing on his own up top. He's been in great goal-scoring form this season, with 10 goals and 2 assists in only 1,300 minutes. He's no Timo Werner, but he's definitely been getting it done this season. Though he doesn't have the speed of Timo Werner, he's very good positionally and physically, and could provide a tough test for Atletico Madrid's defense. Having lost top scorer Timo Werner, I think this team will lose a bit of its spark. In the end, I think Atletico Madrid's defense is just too strong, and I think that they will win 2-0. I think the loss of Timo Werner has just been too much, and with Atletico Madrid finally finding their goal-scoring touch after the restart, combined with Leipzig's form falling off even with Timo Werner, I think Atletico Madrid will have enough to get to the semifinals and face PSG. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in another preview and prediction. Peace.